First, the top news headlines. Nippon Foundation donates 100 oxygen concentrators to Chief Minister N. Biren to help government fight COVID-19 pandemic. MLA Dr. Y. Radheshyam announces Rs 20,000 reward for any locality in Hyanglam Assembly constituency that achieves 100% vaccination or near to it. Construction of 100-bedded COVID hospital at Community Health Center, Kukching, to be completed soon, says Kukching MLA M. Rameshwar. A very good evening and welcome to Mami TV Primetime English News. This is MASACO NINGTHOUJAM giving you the latest news updates. The Nippon Foundation has donated 100 oxygen concentrators to Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren to help the state government fight COVID-19 pandemic in the state. Speaking at a simple program held at the Chief Minister's bungalow today, Chief Minister Biren said the oxygen concentrators donated by the Nippon Foundation will be able to save many lives. He appreciated the members of the foundation for the oxygen concentrators.
Good morning. I would like to thank the Nippon Foundation who gracefully donated 100 oxygen concentrator to the state of Manipur. It will definitely help in dealing with the deadly COVID pandemic prevailing in the state. And once again, I would like to thank the Nippon Foundation for your search, gracious help and a donation.
Dr. Y. Radheshyam has announced a reward of 20,000 rupees for any locality in Hyanglam Assembly constituency which can achieve maximum COVID-19 vaccination, whether 100% or near to it. He made the announcement today during a review meeting of the COVID Awareness and Enforcement Committee held at his residence at Langmeidong in Bishnupur district. Representatives of COVID Task Force of the constituency, District Health Society and Kukching District Police attended the review meeting. While addressing the meeting, MLA Radheshyam informed that 55.54% vaccination has been completed in the constituency. He expressed hope that the first dose vaccination in the constituency will be accomplished by this month. He appealed to the people of the constituency to take part in the vaccination drive and get a chance to win the cash reward of 20,000 rupees from him and 20 lakh rupees from the Chief Minister. During the review meeting, local clubs, Mera Paibis and elected members of Gram Panchayat of the constituency decided to work together to make Hyanglam Assembly constituency a COVID-free zone. MLA Radheshyam also extended monetary assistance and handed over stationery items, masks and sanitizers to the COVID task force.
Lariba kungang mayam sing manungda Hyanglam kendri manungda lariba kungang mayam sing ihan hanba 100% mak yaudur ga sum nak na percentage da hida kapa number village da dai ai pocket gi lada policy kulama ai mana pijagani na mayam da lokthok sari aduga saliba speech da ko hida kapa matamda Manipur gi manungda Hyanglam kendra soidana ahanba yamna wang percentage da hida kapa ngani Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister N. Biren, Thambiriba Lakungi Manas, Suksoi Soida Hyanglam Kendra, Novangam Ganesia Saturday.
MLA of Kukching Assembly constituency M. Rameshwar has said work for setting up a 100-bedded COVID-19 hospital at the Community Health Center, Kukching, is in full swing. The hospital will be opened under the guidance of Chief Minister N. Biren with the objective of combating the much-feared third wave of COVID-19. Rameshwar said this during a mass COVID vaccination program held at Chumnang Lekai Community Hall of Kukching Ward No. 4 today. Not only Kukching District, the COVID hospital will also benefit the people of Tengnopal and Chandel districts. He said they are planning to set up an oxygen plant at the hospital. MLA Rameshwar said out of 20,940 people eligible for COVID vaccination in Kakching constituency, 21,215 people have been vaccinated since yesterday. He said they are setting a target of vaccinated 500 people in today's vaccination. MLA Rameshwar further said they are planning to organize a week-long vaccination program at Sora. The constituency will be vaccinating 95 to 100% within 2 weeks, he added.
COVID-19 ka lainana Honorable Chief Minister na paikhalaiba masigi laina sina kariguma third wave laagadi paikhalaiba thabak thoram asida Kakching kendra gi manungda COVID-19 gi 100 bedded hospital ama sabagi thabak hauzik haure akoina Kakching kendra da natana Kakching district amadi Kakching kendra gi akoibada lairiba Tengnopal Chamdel amadi hill area gi mafam sing sidagi lamna Imphal da chatpa darkar tadanaba Kakching kendra da lairiba hospital asida hairiba laina asi treatment tawba ngamnanaba koi kana sinbala ko honari.
Wangu Laifam Naralching under Kakching district observed 72nd Van Mahotsav under the supervision of Thobal DFO. Wangu Laifam Social Welfare Association, Ilangbam Tondonbi Singh Memorial Charitable Trust Hyanglam in partnership with NGO group Langmeidong jointly organized the program. Range Forest Officer Munal Maitei said to achieve 33% forest area under National Forest Policy, we must plant more trees. He urged planting of more saplings to create green revolution for the next generation.
Adugamu, aikoina leba khuding maki scheme mayam amala leini aikoi Manipur gi scheme mayam amale u thajin bagi scheme mayam chida thajin leba u loinana aikoi natural germination mausana mana maruji kelerga haujarpa asigumagi replace tawri city that means only 1%. Adu ergadi 99% of the forest is reducing every year. Adu mendabdi yagi haiba adu aikoina u singziki kana basi thiru matam dati mapung marai pharabu womana aikoi mioi taragi darkar le oxygen piba ngame adu gamo magi punchida 1 ton of carbon dioxide capture to duna ngame.
Ananda Singh Higher Secondary School today observed the 6th death anniversary of Sapam Robin Hood. The event was organized by the Students' Union of the school. The gathering paid floral tribute to the photo of Robin Hood. Notably, Sapam Robin Hood, a class 11 student from Anand Singh Academy Higher Secondary School, was hit by a rubber bullet in the face on July 8, 2015. Robin Hood was given the title Lamjing Mera, who laid down his life in the hands of state police during the protest for implementation of Inner Line Permit System (ILPS) in the state.
Mamang chahidagi akoigi yamba Robin Hood lagidraba yamba Robin Hood ki nixing thoram che adum mamang chahide ma lakidabagi adum pangthoga laksabane ado akoigi handak che covid na maram oga yam songna pangthokpa ngamjadre school chida magi damakta nixing kumoni haiduna miyamna sawo mangda tragaju koina magi nixing kumonoina function macha amdi pangthokjai.
113th Battalion BSF in collaboration with Loktak, Churchandpur, Pobakcho, Hairok and Imphal City Police Station distributed sanitizers and face masks to the officer in charge at Wangjing Police Outpost. The distribution was organized under the supervision of Sector Headquarter CI Operation Manipur. They also distributed pamphlets containing COVID awareness to community halls, shops and public places. Deputy Commandant K.C. Yadav said the battalion also distributed edible items to the inmates of New Life Rehabilitation Center, Torbung Bungalow. Punna Hingminase Group, PHG, today distributed breakfast to the inmates of CHIC at Wangjing High School and Lalit Madhav High School. President of PHG, P. Shanti Kumar, Secretary S. Jayadeva Singh, Treasurer T.H. Brajakishore Singh, Information and Publicity Secretary Hekam Chauba, Joint Secretary M. Kanta Singh, A. Akela, and members of the group took part in the trip. Secretary of PHG, S. Jaydeba, extended appreciation to officer in charge of Kongjom Police Station, Santosh, and police personnel for their assistance. Inmates also expressed gratitude for the breakfast. Like-minded group Manipur extended monetary assistance of 5,000 rupees to a family in Kodompokpi Mamang Laikai, Imphal West, where 2 brothers died of COVID-19. In a press note, Publicity Secretary of LMG, Rakesh Naurim, said President of LMG Manipur, L. Kunjeshwar, and advisor Wangkhemcha Shamjai led the assistance. The deceased has been identified as Yumnam Tedros Singh and Yumnam Manglem. They died within a week. The duo is survived by 2 children and a wife, while Manglem was survived by 3 children and his wife. One of his child is also differently abled. A mass vaccination drive was held today at Iputho Kamlang Bashanglin at Kakching Moirangtem Laikai of Kakching Assembly Constituency under the supervision of Kakching Assembly Constituency MLA Mayanglangpam Rameshwar. MLA Rameshwar said we must get COVID vaccine shots to fight COVID. He also appealed to COVID task forces to get the maximum number of people vaccinated.
COVID-19 साथीरबा सेकेंड वेव की पेंडेमिक असिदा अकोई पुनमगना हाइरिबा लैना असि मतिक चाना थेंगसी हाइरगदी वैक्सीनेशन तथोप नतन उपाय लेते ngasi manipurda chatharayiba program sing asigi manungda akoigi oxygen matik chana piba oxygen concentrator piba hospital facilities matik chana piba punamksi tauribasi loinana tauribasi ga loinana ngasi vaccination tawagi program si loisi lagadi akoigi leiba praja sing asi COVID-19 gi sathiraba pandemic sidagi kanmangongani.
Now it's time for a short commercial break. Stay tuned for more updates.
You are the future. School, a place where your future is carved. Exploring new ideas. Large classroom, big library, even smart classes we have now. Expression in art, educating young minds, even making stronger. This is where you start. 'Cause it all begins with you. UNESCO School, excellence in education.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on to the national news, with 45,892 fresh infections, India's COVID caseload rose to 3,7,09,557. According to the Union Health Ministry data updated, the country's COVID-19 death toll has climbed to 4,05,028, with 817 new fatalities being reported. The number of active cases comprise 1.50% of the total infections, while the national COVID-19 recovery rate stands at 97.18%. The number of people who have recuperated from the disease surged to 2,98,43,825, while the case fatality rate stands at 1.32%. The total number of vaccine doses administered so far has reached 36.48 crore under the nationwide vaccination drive. The much-awaited cabinet expansion turned out to be bigger recast than expected. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday effected sweeping changes to his government, ushering in a new set of leaders in key roles, with 36 fresh faces taking oath, 7 others being elevated, and as many as 7 cabinet and 5 junior ministers getting dropped. In terms of its scope and political messaging, the reshuffle of the Council of Ministers affected was arguably the biggest such exercise in several years. It has brought in former Chief Ministers Narayan Rane and Sarbananda Sonowal, women leaders such as Meenakshi Lekhi, Shobha Karandlaje, Bharati Pawar and Pratima Bhaumik, politicians with strong grassroots connections, and better-known faces like Jyotir Aditya Scindia and Rajiv Chandrasekhar. As many as 12 ministers were dropped from the new cabinet, including high-profile ones like Ravi Shankar Prasad and Harshvardhan. This was the first cabinet reshuffle since Prime Minister Modi assumed charge for a second term in May 2019. As many as 43 ministers were sworn in at a ceremony held at Rashtrapati Bhavan, including 15 as cabinet ministers and 28 as ministers of state. Former IAS officer Ashwini Vaishnav is the new Railways and IT Minister, while Mansukh Mandavia has been made the Health Minister in the new Union Cabinet. Jyotiraditya Scindia will be taking charge of the Civil Aviation Ministry, while Kiren Rijiju will be the new Law Minister. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday expanded his cabinet to include 36 new faces. 7 ministers of state have been elevated to the rank of cabinet minister as Prime Minister Narendra Modi carried out a major overhaul of his government. The 7 ministers were Kiren Rijiju, Hardeep Singh Puri, G. Kishan Reddy, Mansukh Mandavia, Anurag Thakur, G. Kishan Reddy, Parshottam Rupala and Raj Kumar Singh. A fire broke out in the CBI building at CGO complex in Lodhi Road area today morning, officials said. Fire officials said a call about a blaze at the building was received at 11:36 a.m. Subsequently, 6 fire tenders were rushed to the spot and the blaze was brought under control, a senior fire official said. He further said that the fire had broken out in transformer and AC plant rooms in the second basement of the building. Further details are awaited, the officials said. In what can be seen as a major relief, the study conducted by the National Mission for Clean Ganga under the Jal Shakti Ministry in collaboration with the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR's Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, IITR, Lucknow, the Central Pollution Control Board and State Pollution Control Boards has suggested that no traces of novel coronavirus is found in River Ganga, a report said. The center had formed the panel to study the possibility of traces of COVID-19 after dead bodies were seen floating from the Ganga River in some districts of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar during the peak of the second wave of coronavirus. According to PTI, the panel conducting the study collected the samples from Kannauj, Unnao, Kanpur, Hamirpur, Allahabad, Varanasi, Balia, Buxar, Ghazipur, Patna and Chhapra. And now, before we wrap up, the top news headlines once again. Nippon Foundation donates 100 oxygen concentrators to Chief Minister N. Biren to help government fight COVID-19 pandemic. MLA Dr. Y. Radheshyam announces 20,000 rupees reward for any locality in Hyanglam Assembly constituency that achieves 100% vaccination or near to it. Construction of 100-bedded COVID hospital at Community Health Center, Kakching, to be completed soon, says Kakching MLA M. Rameshwar. And that's all for the Primetime English News. Thank you for watching.